So today we worked on inverse functions on the 25th. Basically kind of a boring lesson, but if we have a function 2, 3, 4, 5 that corresponds to any number. Okay, our inverse is just flipping those numbers. So we're going to trade x and y. Okay. This is a function because we have no repeating x values, and this is a function because we have no repeating x values. Okay, if I were to change this to a 10, this would still be a function because we have no repeating x values, but the inverse would not be a function because we have repeating x values. So using this function, we need to find an inverse algebraically. We are going to step 1, switch x and y. So we'll have, this is technically a y, and we're going to switch these. So I'll have x equals 3y minus 7. Step 2 is to solve for y. Okay, so we add 7 over, we get x plus 7 equals 3y, divide by 3, and we get y, or f of x, okay, write it as f of x equals x plus 7 divided by 3. So this is our inverse. Okay, next we have to verify. So step 3, verify by plugging f prime of x back into original. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to put it back in here into our original function. So we're going to have f of x equals 3 times x plus 7 divided by 3 minus 7. Then we're going to simplify and make sure this equals x. So simplifying this, our 3's would cancel and we'd be left with f of x equals x plus 7 minus 7. That turns into 0, so f of x equals x. Therefore, this is our inverse of this function. Okay? If this did not equal x, then we would have done something wrong when we solved for the inverse. Okay. Looking at ordered pairs, if we want to find an inverse at a certain value, so this inverse at f negative 1 of 4, we're going to look for x value of 4. Okay, so we have this right here. And corresponding y is our inverse. Okay, so f prime of 4 is negative 10. Using this graph is the inverse of function. So say this is just a normal function, right? We use our vertical line test to determine function. Here, if we want to determine if the inverse is a function, we use the horizontal line test. Okay, so using the horizontal line test on this graph, it crosses at two places, so the inverse would not be a function.